The real truth about fruit and blood sugar. What if I told you that something as simple and innocent as a slice of fruit may subtly stabilize your blood sugar, or steadily drive it in the wrong direction without you ever realizing it? This is no hyperbole, and for those over 60, ignoring this can quietly impair your energy levels, your heart health, and even your independence over time. What if the difference between waking up tomorrow feeling lighter, clearer, and more in control of your body was simply choosing the proper fruit instead of just any fruit? Stick with me, because what you're about to learn could change the way you look at food forever. Now, before we go any farther, let me ask you something crucial. Have you ever heard the phrase, "Fruit is always healthy, so you can eat as much as you want"? It feels cozy, but that notion is dangerously incomplete, especially for persons controlling blood sugar, says Harvard Medical School. Some fruits, eaten the wrong way, will shoot up glucose levels almost as fast as refined carbs, and the effects are typically unseen at first. That's what makes this so dangerous. You could be doing everything properly and still be dealing with weariness, brain fog, or those unexplainable energy drops throughout the day. If it seems familiar, don't dismiss it, because in a few minutes you'll know why it's happening. And before we continue, if you like to be independent, active, and mentally sharp long into your 70s and beyond, make sure you subscribe right now. Because here on this channel, we don't simply give general advice, we break down practical science-backed senior health recommendations, morning habits for seniors, and anti-aging routines for seniors 60+ that you can truly apply in your real life. Imagine a trusted advisor to help you make smarter health choices every single day. That's what you'll get here. Now, think about this situation thoroughly. So, you begin the morning with what you think is a healthy breakfast, maybe a banana, or a glass of juice, or a bowl of fruit. About an hour later, you sense a minor fall in energy. By mid-morning, you want something sweet again. And by afternoon, you feel spent. It's a very frequent pattern, and, according to the American Diabetes Association, repetitive blood sugar spikes and dives can make insulin resistance worse over time. But here's the creepy part. Most individuals don't link these symptoms to their fruit selections. Is this occurring to you right now and you don't even realize it? Let's go one level further, because this is where it starts to get very eye-opening. As we become older, our body does not handle sugar as well. The pancreas is slower to respond, and the cells are less sensitive to insulin. This natural shift can make managing blood sugar more difficult around age 60, even if your diet hasn't altered much according to the Mayo Clinic. Now think about this for a moment. The same foods you've been eating for years could be affecting you totally differently now. That's not your imagination, that's biology. And knowing that change is the first step to being back in control. But that's where fear becomes optimism. Fruits don't all act the same way in your body. Some are loaded with fiber, antioxidants, and substances that actually decrease sugar absorption and improve insulin response. Others may seem nutritious, but they might cause your glucose levels to surge quickly if you eat them alone or in excessive amounts. Harvard researchers cited a 2023 study that found patients who switched to low glycemic fruits saw significant improvements in blood sugar stability and more consistent energy throughout the day. Picture that, feeling powerful, focused, and invigorated just by making smarter fruit choices. Now I want you to take a moment and think. When you get fatigued during the day, do you automatically think it's just age? Or maybe your blood sugar increasing and decreasing in the background? It's one of the most ignored variables in healthy living for seniors and one that could substantially improve your quality of life. Imagine having steady energy, fewer cravings, and greater mental clarity. It's not too far away, and it begins with knowing what you're eating. And here's the most crucial part. In a moment, I am going to reveal the first fruit that will help you regulate your blood sugar naturally, while still satisfying your desires. There's a catch, though. How you eat it and when you consume it is as important as the fruit itself. If you miss this, you may notice no advantages whatsoever. So stay tuned, because what's coming up next might be the little tweak that makes a significant impact to your health beyond 60. Why some fruits heal and others harm. Now let's reveal something that most people are never adequately taught that silently impacts your energy, your desires, and even how your body ages after 60. Why do some fruits make you feel stable and satisfied, while others induce the well-known cycle of exhaustion and hunger? It's not random, and it's not simply about sugar. The main issue, according to the Mayo Clinic, is how quickly that sugar reaches your bloodstream. And that's where many seniors inadvertently put their health at danger. You consume something you think is healthy, and it turns on you within minutes. What if you could instantly tell the difference? Let me introduce you to a game-changing notion now: the glycemic index. This is a scientific measure of how quickly a food elevates your blood sugar. High glycemic index foods induce fast surges, while low glycemic foods release sugar slowly and evenly. Harvard Medical School reports that one of the best strategies to regulate blood sugar and promote long-term metabolic health is by regularly eating low glycemic foods. Stop and think about your daily routine. Are you feeding your body to keep it balanced, or are you feeding it to keep it in the highs and lows? This is where it gets even more critical for those over 60. When your metabolism slows down and you become less sensitive to insulin, your body doesn't do as well with rapid sugar rises. Blood sugar swings are strongly associated with greater risks of heart disease, weariness, and mental loss in older persons, according to a paper from the American Heart Association. That's not designed to scare you, but to help you see something powerful. Little choices every single day can either preserve your independence or slowly chip away at it over time. Where do you wish to go? And now let's talk about something that most people completely ignore: fiber. You've definitely heard that fiber is good for you, but do you know what it does in your body? Fiber functions as a natural braking system, slowing down how rapidly sugar enters your bloodstream. Fiber-rich fruits cause a slow rise in blood sugar, not a spike. A 2023 Harvard-backed study found that people who increased their diet of fiber-rich fruits improved their blood sugar stability by as much as 18%. Imagine that type of control. Less crashing, less cravings, and more steady energy all day long. But here's a question to think about. When you consume fruit, do you eat it whole, or do you drink it as juice? This one thing you can do impacts how your body responds. Juicing removes most of the fiber in fruit, leaving a concentrated sugar that has a fast track to your bloodstream. Even 100% natural fruit juice might raise your glucose faster than whole fruit, according to the Mayo Clinic. Now, imagine for a second 2 people eat the same fruit, but one eats it whole, while the other drinks it. Their blood sugar reactions can be totally different. Is this some stealth player in your energy levels? Now let's move one level deeper, because this is where it becomes very interesting. Some fruits include natural substances called polyphenols and antioxidants that do more than merely decrease the absorption of sugar. They help your body use insulin more efficiently. Research published by Harvard suggests these chemicals can alter how your cells respond to glucose and reduce stress on your pancreas over time. And what if eating the appropriate nutrients could make your body more efficient, more balanced, more resilient? That's the power of smart nutrition. Take a time to think about your current habits. Do you feel drowsy after you eat anything sweet? Are you getting cravings earlier than expected? These are subtle signs your body is giving you, and ignoring them could be setting you up for bigger problems down the road. The good news is that once you identify these tendencies, you can begin to make adjustments immediately. This is how good morning routines for seniors are formed. Awareness, consistency, and tiny, smart changes. And that's when it all starts to make sense. The point is not to avoid fruit, but to choose the appropriate fruit in the right way at the right time. That's what makes fruit an effective tool for healthy living for seniors. It turns it from a potential problem. Imagine the confidence in knowing what you eat is fueling your energy, your heart, and your independence for the long haul. That level of control is closer than you might imagine. Now, in the next section, I'm going to introduce you to the first fruit that stands out from the rest for blood sugar stabilization and energy support after 60. But it has a surprise in store for us, because many people eat it carelessly without knowing its full potential. And once you learn how to use it the right way, it may be one of your most valuable daily habits. Wait a minute, because what I'm about to tell you is perhaps the easiest upgrade you can do today. Fruit number 1, berries, the blood. Sugar stabilizers. Now, picture a fruit that fulfills your sweet tooth, boosts brain health, and helps to regulate blood sugar all at the same time. That's what berries do. The American Heart Association says berries are one of the most potent fruits for cardiovascular and metabolic health. But here's the shocker. Not all seniors take full advantage of them. Why? Because they don't think they are important. Could this be something you've been missing in your food regime? Berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries are full of fiber and anthocyanins, which are substances that help lower inflammation and slow down the absorption of glucose. A Harvard study showed that frequent berry eaters had much decreased risk of type 2 diabetes. Now imagine this. What if something as simple as a daily habit of tossing in a handful of berries might help regulate your blood sugar naturally? That's a simple change with the potential to be life-changing. Picture your morning. Instead of reaching for a packaged snack, you add berries to your morning. Within days, you'll experience more steady energy, fewer cravings, and better focus. That's why berries are typically advised as one of the healthiest habits for elders at home. But here's the kicker. How you eat them is just as important as what you eat. Next, I'm going to show you another fruit that works differently, but just as effectively. And most people are utilizing it all incorrectly. Fruit number 2, apples, the gut and sugar controller. So let me ask you a simple but vital question. When was the last time you ate an apple with the skin? Because that alone could be the difference between helping or hurting your blood sugar. But apples are one of the most readily available fruits, and the full advantages of apples are often misinterpreted. According to the Mayo Clinic, apples contain pectin, a form of soluble fiber that slows digestion and helps regulate blood sugar spikes. But what most people don't realize is that removing the skin takes away most of that benefit. Now, picture this. You have an apple for a snack, and instead of spiking you, it keeps you full, satisfied, and steady for hours. That's the power of fiber operating, right? A 2022 study found that people who ate whole apples had better glycemic control than those who drank apple juice or ate peeled apples. It's an important distinction, especially for seniors focused on healthy living for seniors and staying energized for life after 60. But there is something more below the surface. And apples, too, are good for gut health, which is important because your gut has a big say in insulin sensitivity. Let that sink in for a second. Your digestion directly impacts your blood sugar. That's why apples are commonly part of morning routines for seniors looking to boost their metabolic health. But there is one more fruit that may surprise you. This fruit is typically avoided because of how sweet it is, but when utilized properly, it may be really good for you. Fruit number 3, avocado, the blood sugar defender. This may surprise you, as avocado is technically a fruit and could be one of the most potent instruments for blood sugar control beyond 60. Imagine eating something creamy and pleasant, something rich, but instead of spiking your glucose levels, it actually ends up helping to stabilize them. The American Heart Association says avocados contain beneficial lipids that slow down the digestion of carbohydrates and improve insulin responsiveness. But here's the question. Are you using it strategically? Avocado is different from most fruit since it has almost no sugar but is filled with fiber and monounsaturated fats. This combo has a stabilizing impact on blood sugar levels. Therefore, it's a great complement to anti-aging programs for 60+. One study found that this led to decreased rises in glucose after eating in the last few years when meals with avocado were compared to those without avocado. That's a real benefit, especially if you're trying to prevent those energy crashes that might mess with your day-to-day existence. Now, think again about your meals. You put avocado over your breakfast or lunch, and instead of feeling hungry an hour later, you feel full, focused, and energized. So, few changes in diet might give long-lasting consequences. But the real question is, what happens when you put all 3 of these fruits together properly? It's where the true change happens, and I'll describe it in this final section. How to mix these fruits for best results. Start your day with a blend to maintain your blood sugar, improve your energy, and safeguard your long-term health. A simple combination of berries, apple slices, and a portion of avocado can provide a balanced lunch that stabilizes glucose levels and keeps you content. Harvard nutrition scientists say that fiber, healthy fats, and antioxidants work synergistically to promote metabolic health. Now ask yourself this: what if your daily habits were working for you instead than against you? It's not about radical changes or intricate diets. It's about making smarter decisions all the time. These minor changes can make a big difference for seniors who want to be independent, vibrant, and energetic after 60. But consistency is crucial. One good choice might not be life-changing, but do it again every day, and it can impact your health. So that's what we've got today. Not all fruits are created equal when it comes to the diabetes game, and selecting the proper ones may help you control your blood sugar, enhance your energy, and support healthy aging. Berries aid with glucose. Apples help with digestion and manage surges. Avocados add stability and long-lasting energy. The question now is, what will you do with this information? If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe, because we publish important senior health ideas, morning routines for seniors, and proven tactics for healthy living for seniors that can help you stay strong, independent, and invigorated every day. Before you go, tell me in the comments below, which of these fruits are you going to start utilizing today? Because your health after 60 is not about extending years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. And the next video on your screen could be the one that takes you even further.